Greetings. I had to make this follow-up presentation because it's occurred to me about when we are playing the parts, I have to consider what part am I playing, because what I have said in previous videos is you are a spirit and you cannot die. Now, regardless of what interpretation and whichever way you're looking at the Garden of Eden story, it is the serpent that tells the truth and says you will not die from eating from the apple of the tree of knowledge, the good and the evil. But an interesting thing about this reality, what is classed as the light giver, the sun, could also be seen, if this reality is death, that is actually the bringer of death, because it holds us here by giving us life here. This is also something of a truth drop that ties into this. It's the song Darkness by Human League in the Alphonse Transoric mix, where it mixes the images of the sci-fi program Sapphire and Steele. Interesting dialogue that goes on that, and this particular scene here, interesting the shape that Steele is making. He says, why not show yourself to the darkness, meet on neutral ground on the stair. It's referring, of course, to the Jacob's ladder again. And he says a series of things about the darkness, that it feeds on resentment, to which the darkness says, these are questions, and he says, no, these are facts. Am I right? There is a duality in that. See, what is the role of the deceiver? If this reality is a deception, then the role of the deceiver that is deceiving the deception is not the deceiver at all, but it is telling you the truth. These are points to consider in all of this. But I must admit that I do like this mix of the song Darkness, filled with all the sounds of fear in the song. And this first episode, I think it was a pilot episode of Sapphire and Steele. If you've never seen it, I think it's free on YouTube and probably find it on other sources. But it's another one of these things that is showing the same allegorical message over and over to us. But I stand by that we are not these flesh and blood beings. We are a spirit, an essence, what is referred to as the Essenes, because in what sense are you seen as an Essene? Surely that is by actions. It is all allegorical, these states and characters in the Bible, but of course they're open to interpretation on how you see them. When I say that I am playing the role of the serpent, for example, and only you know this within inside yourself, did you recoil in horror? Who is doing the coiling? Where has that feeling come from? Is it based on an old dogma on how you see things, or how you've been told things are? Or is it from an inner feeling of your own? These are all questions that we need to ask ourselves. It's all about mastering of the thoughts. Be the man of steel. It's a huge truth drop in this, even in this song, the parts of these series and the episodes that are shown, when Sapphire says, don't try and trick the darkness. Well, ultimately, it's all God. If you think of anything, it's a common theme. Zeus is a man with a beard. Quetzalcoatl is a man with a beard. Jesus is a man with a beard. God is a man with a beard. And I think you get the picture. So I'm proposing that all these monuments, all these deities are all representations of a man or one man. I would suggest it is Adam. If you take it as a literal story, then Adam is clearly distinct and has forgotten that he is the creator. Eve is the same if you're going to see them as two separate characters, even if you see them as the way I would suggest that is best to see them, as Neville Goddard suggests, as they are states of mind. Even in those states of mind, the creator playing the part of Adam and Eve has forgotten that it is the creator, and it is playing those parts, and it is all part of a cycle, part of a process, part of a pre-designed script, part of an eternal play that will just keep going on and on and on. The only way out of it is to find that light within oneself. But I thought I'd just share these little thoughts as they come. But I'll put the link in the description to this. It's partly nostalgia. It's something I do remember watching. It must have made an impression. The fact that it's stayed with me, it's come back into the mind. It's a thought that's come up, that's come in. It's one of those aha moments. But that's the way this reality is. It depends on whether you want to go on what you've been told about this reality or what you are feeling for yourself about this reality. So what I'm saying as well is, don't add me to that list of men with a beard. But look at what else is showing. The Capitol building. Well, the Capitol, it has a dome like you have a skull. You want the mastery of the thoughts, the thing that governs you, to be within your mind. That, again, is being shown in the architecture by the grand architect. These are all coming back to the law of mirrors. See what is being shown, see how it's been twisted, see how it is being given a physical interpretation, a particle interpretation of something that started as a thought wave, an idea that was created in the firmament. Ta-ta for now.